The SureColor P6000, P7000, P8000, and P9000 support 3 different size cartridges. There's the 150 milliliter cartridges, there's a 350 milliliter cartridge, and there's a 700 milliliter cartridge. As you can see, the 700 milliliter cartridge is just a little bit longer. Now we're going to show you how to change the cartridge if, for example, a cartridge had run out completely. The control panel itself will give you a warning when that happens. The first thing we need to do is release the doors by depressurizing the system. Inks are located both on the right side and on the left side. We're going to, for the purposes of this demonstration, only open the cartridge door on the right side. So we're going to hit open right cover, hit OK. And the printer will then depressurize the entire ink system. At that point, the door will pop open and I can fold down the cartridge. I can remove the cartridge by pushing in and taking the cartridge out. And then I can take a replacement cartridge and slide it into the slot, pushing on it, and it will spring load in and then lock back out. Once I'm done changing all of the cartridges I need to, I simply close the door. The printer will detect the new cartridges and will repressurize the system, giving you a ready message when it's ready to begin printing. Our SureColor P series printers use maintenance tanks to collect ink used during routine cleanings. Our 24-inch SureColor P6000 and 7000 have one maintenance tank located in the rear right-hand side of the printer. Our P8000 and P9000 44-inch printer have one maintenance tank in the right rear and one on the left. This is what a maintenance tank looks like. To replace the maintenance tank, first remove the maintenance tank on the right side of the printer, dispose of it as necessary, take the new maintenance tank and slide it directly into the printer. A great way to tell if your printer is operating correctly is to run a nozzle check. With your paper loaded, simply go to the menu, to the maintenance menu, go to nozzle check, and hit OK to begin printing the nozzle check pattern. The printer will warm up, it will print a nozzle check pattern. Once you've completed the nozzle check, it's important to evaluate to see if any lines are missing. If any lines are missing, you want to do a head cleaning. The control panel will actually ask you after a nozzle check if you'd like to do a head cleaning. And in this case, we have a couple nozzles missing. So I'm going to go to head cleaning and I'm going to select the nozzles that are missing, which is in this case, PK or photo black and light black. And so those happen to be on the same print head pair. I'm going to hit OK. Right to proceed, it's going to prompt me if I want to do a normal or a heavy cleaning. I'm just going to do a normal cleaning. I'm going to hit OK, and the printer at that point will then clean the print heads. Once the cleaning is complete, it's important to run another nozzle check to determine that all of the nozzles have come back and are healthy. The way to do that is simply print nozzle check and hit OK. Another nice thing about the nozzle check is it gives you some important information about the printer. For example, the firmware version, the serial number, and the date and time that the printer has. This is great information to determine if your firmware is the latest. The SureColor P series printers are designed to operate with a minimal amount of user maintenance. There are settings that are set by default. We recommend you don't change those unless you have a reason to. From the control panel, you can adjust some of those settings. Simply go into the menu and into the printer setup menu, and you can adjust things like the auto nozzle check, or the timer cleaning, or a number of other settings. There are 2 ways to set up a SureColor P series printer on the network. One is by using the EpsonNet config software from a computer, and the second is from the control panel. You do that by going to Menu, scrolling down to Network Setup. If it prompts you for a password and you have not set one, just hit OK. And then you can adjust many of the network options. In most cases, you want to set the IP address, which is under the IP address setting. Hit OK, and there are 2 options. You can either have it set up by automatically or manually by what's called the panel setting. If you set it up for manual, you can then individually set the IP address, the subnet mask, and the default gateway. And when you're done, hit OK, and the printer will then accept all of those settings.